I
So
thought I
funny.
put some. Hello, welcome
Hi.
to VO Journey Academy Live. Hi, Gabby.
Hi. I'm a
Uh,
little chilly today.
that's right. My name is Anthony,
I'm Gabby.
and we are voice actors on
Yeah.
Friday. And poor Gabby, the heat wasn't working.
My heat was fine. It was my Nest thermostat
Oh, you have a
crapped
Nest one?
itself. Yeah, and apparently it's the thermostat itself decided it would be a great idea to overheat.
Oh
So the thermostat thought my house was a whopping 94 degrees.
no. Oh.
In fact, it was like 50. And oh my god, it was so cold. So
Oh.
anyway, it's repaired. It's getting
Oh.
up to temp.
I'm
But
glad.
I
Oh, well,
frigid Friday.
I'm the Frigid Friday, and
Ooh,
it's also Open Forum Friday.
yeah.
So, as you know, we've been talking about auditioning this week, but in Open Forum
Mhm.
Friday, you can bring any questions, any and all questions you have on anything
Hell yeah.
with voiceover, right? I mean, maybe you're just beginning questions about auditioning, questions about
Just
your
questions.
ADAW, questions about anything,
What's the
questions about
meaning
the
of life,
business,
Anthony?
whatever you want. What's that? What did you say?
What's the meaning of life? What?
What's the meaning of life? Yes, 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 yes. Gabby's good. Gabby's got that down. And put them in the chat, and we will do our
Yeah,
very best to answer them.
for sure.
Yeah, we let's see. It is the 16th of January, so halfway through, which is crazy.
Mhm.
And we had I have an exciting announcement, of course, is we got our quarterly numbers back from our sales from Spotify, and it's the
Ooh.
highest they've ever been.
Oh my god.
So
Yay.
that is amazing and wonderful. We keep breaking records.
Wow.
So that's great because it's just more money to the voice actors and everything. And I just
That's awesome.
really excited about that. Really excited. And
Love
of
that.
course, we're working diligently on Academy Voices After Dark and
Mhm.
collecting the samples for that and building out the pages for that. So that's
Yeah.
exciting. So lots of good things there. And classes have been amazing. We've got a lot of businesses picking up for people. So that's good.
Mhm.
That's good.
Yeah.
Those are good things.
There's much good to report. It's excellent.
Yes.
So we were talking most of the week about auditions, and we
Mhm.
were talking about just some of the different challenges that exist in the process of auditioning. So if you have any questions about that, feel free to throw them at us. Um, Gosh, what else?
I think Chris had posted something here, though. I think it's not necessarily a question, but I think
Oh,
it's a really good. Well, first, I'm very proud of you, Chris. So, Chris says, morning, been auditioning with no success yet, but I'm not discouraged. I know that I'm so new to the industry that I'm getting a lot of direction towards goals. So, I'm focusing on that. So, I was going to say, first off, I'm super proud of you
yeah.
because, that's the first part of this is getting yourself out there and just starting to learn, rejection is not really rejection. It's if you look at it from a
Mhm.
standpoint, it's learning, it's moving
Yeah.
forward, and you've got to go through all of these in order to get the
Oh my
work.
gosh,
So
it's so true.
I'm very proud of you for that, Chris. Keep up the good work. And you'll notice as you
Yeah.
do this, you will continue to get better at it and you will get work. One of the things, Gabby, I don't know if you had I don't know when you realized this, but it took me a while to realize it. Actually, it took me a couple of
Mhm.
years, but I
Hmm.
realized that there is plenty of work out there. And because early
Yeah.
on when I first started, I was so scared for some reason that all the work would like just be gone. You know what I mean? Or there's no one hiring out
Yeah.
there. And after a while, I realized there's so much work. I don't need to worry about that. It's just, I just need to go find it and get it. But
But is that not part of I don't know, the model of scarcity that modern industry creates, right? So we have this idea in our minds that, yeah, there's got to be this finite number of things and there can't possibly be enough work to sustain everybody, but it's not true. I mean, you look at things like Bitcoin and you go, that's the success that it's built on, that model of scarcity. They took that and ran with it to the umpth degree.
oh yeah.
So yeah, but it's a very real fear that people have. And it takes time to kind of get to that understanding of it doesn't have to affect you like that. It doesn't have to be such a driving force in your career.
Mhm.
It took me a bit. It took me a bit. I venture to say it wasn't until I was in casting and really heavily involved in casting that I was able to go, yeah, there's no short supply here of work. So, it takes a little
I
time.
hear you. Well, we've got some
Um,
questions coming in.
yeah, cool.
All right, so let's see. John says, "Happy Friday. Have y'all heard of voice cast networks for auditioning?"
Voice cast
Uh,
networks. Well, let's go to the Google.
I was
Off the
gonna I
top of
was
my
gonna be
head,
like, "Voice
no.
casts? Let's,
Um,
so clearly we're not, like, familiar with it, because we're gonna look it up, but let's see, voice cast networks, it says, for agencies, for talent, for special projects, the
yeah, I'm looking too.
it looks like a pay to play.
Mhm.
So, yeah, it looks like a pay to play. Other than that, I'm not sure about how much I don't know about it. So, like
Yeah, this is one that has not crossed my radar yet. This seems like it might be kinda new. Um, yeah, I don't know. Let me see if I can yeah, I'm not really seeing anything that tells
oh, this
me
is interesting. It says special project information.
mm,
Projects offering compensation below the standard agency minimum of $500 per project.
oh,
All right.
interesting.
So, no, I'm just I wonder if this is like, yeah, who it's an interesting, I don't know.
Mm.
You
It's a very low subscription,
it is. It is.
so it makes me think they are relatively new. Yeah, low budget compensation, unique roles, but for a rate that l for a fee or an investment of that little, it could very well be worth it.
It said they're a subsidiary of Talent Partners International.
Yeah, I don't know who the heck that is.
Yeah, I don't either.
Um,
Yeah. Sorry, well,
yeah,
anyways,
yeah.
yeah, we don't know, we haven't heard much about them,
Could be worth
before,
doing some
but
research,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, you never know. I mean, in the end, no matter what site that you like, how many you go on, well, first off, I recommend that, you have multiple websites no matter where you are.
Mhm,
You're not just on one, that
for
if you're
sure.
doing your online, but in the end, the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah,
If you join them, are you getting auditions, and then are you booking, right? I mean,
right.
that's the proof is in the pudding, because if it's
Mhm.
not happening, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. It's not worth it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, good question. Okay, so
Yeah.
let's see. Arthur says, "Do we need to worry about AI?" Ooh, take this one, Gabby.
I mean, this is so funny because, yeah, oh my gosh, we've talked about it so much, right? Over the years. Do we need to worry about it? No. Do we need to keep an eye on it? Do we need to understand it? Do we need to see what's going on? Absolutely. Do we need to make sure that we are not accidentally feeding that machine? Yes, because
There you
there's
go. That's a big one.
a lot of voiceover jobs that are being cast right now that are being guised as voiceover jobs, but they are not. They are in fact AI training jobs. So I've unfortunately spoken to a number of new voice actors who over the past couple of years have said like, "Oh, I've done work for," and they give me all these big names, and it turns out they haven't done a single voiceover. They've been training an engine. So that's kind of scary. I've seen a lot of AI in the wild now, as I think we all have, and often it's very detectable. It's not very good. Many top tier companies as well, they're pledging to only use human talent. And many more companies are going, we tried AI and it didn't work out. So,
Yeah,
we're going to
I think
traditional casting.
we've hit, it's definitely been a bubble, and I notice a lot of people have
Yeah.
kind of referred to it as that, and bubble meaning like for us on our end.
Mhm.
And you got to think one thing about technology is they're going to push the boundary, they're going to push the level. So they've gone really heavy into the visual part of it,
Mhm.
and you can how much you can
Yeah.
tell.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell just listening to them because it has a very distinct leveled type of response. Like it doesn't, even
Mhm.
though it's okay to listen to, it does not have any sort of personality. And I
Yeah.
think that's where, again, in order to do that, they're gonna have to continue modeling until the day we all die. Like it's because it's always changing.
I caught something absolutely hilarious the other day. This is off topic, but it was an AI voiceover and I could not stop laughing. It was like a celebrity report and they were talking about Jamie Kennedy. And instead of Jamie, the AI kept calling him Jaime because it for some
Oh
reason
no,
decided it was
that
the Spanish pronunciation. And
oh
I
no.
was
That's hilarious.
laughing my head off. Anyway,
Oh my goodness.
yeah,
Yeah.
so
I mean,
yeah,
yeah. So I would say when it comes to AI, if nothing else, you have to look at it from people are running a business
yeah,
and they're competing
yeah,
against us. That's the reality of it is. So there will always be a place for us and there will
yeah,
always be a place for new technology. So I think
yes,
you nailed it, Gabby, on that one. So don't worry about it.
yeah,
Go out there, do your thing, but don't ignore like it doesn't exist.
mhm, yep.
Um, okay, we've got this is funny to me because we were just
We were
having a
just talking
conversation
about this,
about this.
yeah.
Um,
So KG is asking about VO Atlanta. Should a newer VO artist a little over a year and hold off on events like that? So, we've talked about conferences a lot on this show. And I
yeah,
think, of course, this time of year, it always comes up because, yeah, I think VO Atlanta is taking place in,
right.
March, April.
Hmm.
So, okay. There's pros and cons when it comes to conferences. And really, what it comes down to, I think, is can you afford it? And do you have a reasonable expectation? Don't expect that you're going to go to a conference and the secrets of the universe are going to be unlocked because that's just not the case. Conferences are often very geared towards beginners. So you'll hear a lot of repeat information. You'll hear a lot of the same information over and over. It is a good way to network and meet other voice actors. It is also a really good way to meet and potentially have some interaction with a coach that you're considering. Outside of that though, on the other end of the spectrum, you can feel a little bit like everybody has drunk the Kool-Aid. There's a lot of I don't know, weird vibes at some of these things where the conference has an agenda of its own and you kind of
Yes.
get sucked into that.
Yes. Yes. And I
Yeah.
just want to point out too, because we talked about like for
Mm,
one ticket to VO
yeah.
Atlanta is basically like a year's subscription
Mm.
to VO Journey Academy.
And
So
therein
I mean, like,
lies,
and that's
yeah.
just the ticket. That's not
Mhm.
including the price for
Hotel,
your hotels, your travel,
airfare,
food.
food, any X
So
sessions that you
that
decide
is
to
a big
take.
challenge, I think,
Yeah.
that these conferences are having because they're
It's expensive.
expensive.
It is. It's expensive. And
Yeah.
so that becomes a bit of a deterrent. As somebody who's been to them many, many, many times, it gets very repetitive. But I mean, at the same time, I'll never say don't go. It's an experience that you should have, but it's just a matter of, can you justify it right now? If you can't, maybe wait. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Good call.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. We've got
Oh, you
Joy
missed one.
says
You missed one, but we'll go back. Yeah.
sorry.
Phil Thompson, he said, "What is your opinion of VO Planet?"
Sorry.
Um, you
Yeah.
wanna take that one?
Well, sure. I mean, so I think that like VO Planet, Badalgo, these are pay to play websites as well.
Mhm. Yep.
And they will send you email notifications, when there's auditions available.
Mhm.
And yes, they'll send you auditions.
Yeah.
I always, again, I default to the idea that if you want to try a site out,
Mhm.
go for it. But
Yeah.
just always look because here's the thing. I've known a lot of people who have tried one site, they were not successful. They tried another site, they were, and then another person tried the site that they were not successful, and they were successful on that, but we're not successful on the other one. That's why I'm always
Right.
like, you've got to try. Like you're going, like everybody's different, right? And it
Mhm.
is what it is.
Yeah.
But I will tell you that VO Planet, Bidalgo, a lot of these sites, they don't have the um reach to get as much as you would hope.
Mm,
I don't know what I mean, like, because there comes a point, right, where you have to, like, how many voice actors are there? How many audition opportunities do
mhm.
you get? And do
Right.
you get cast? But the way I look at it is that, if you're gonna pay for a place, build it into your yearly budget, go
Mm,
for it, try it out,
mhm.
give it a good shot, and if it works, it's great. If it doesn't, then just move on. Like, that's the hard part about
Yeah.
really saying, "Go to a place, don't go to a place." Now, do I know a lot of people that I've worked with over the years that have made a lot from VO Planet? No. I'll be honest with you. I
Mhm.
don't, but
I don't
that
either.
doesn't mean they're not out there.
Right.
I've just not met any. So, I don't know. But then again, I've met a lot of people too who have gotten absolutely nothing from voices.com and these places like that. So, but then I've met a lot of people who do very well.
Mhm.
I hate to, like, I feel like I'm just like, I don't want to say yes or no, just kind of, yeah, because you
Yeah,
should be.
that's my thought too. It's very, very hard for us to say that, to give a review because the results are all over the map on a lot of these places. I think if you're heavily considering a particular platform,
Mhm.
you need to not only research it extensively, but you need to understand exactly what sort of an effort you
Mm,
need to put in to
mm.
optimize your success rate on that platform. Otherwise, it's not really worth it.
Ooh, and I suppose we could look at it from a different point of view too, like, why VO Planet? And what I mean by that is, like, is VO Planet in addition to
Mhm.
Voice 123, voices.com, the voice network, or
Right.
is it or is it like you're not on any of those and you're considering VO Planet to be your one and only pay for play
Right.
website? That's what I would, I would ask as well, because I mean, if that's the case, then I probably would not recommend VO Planet to be your first one.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're solely looking at the price. See, there's a lot of things there. If you're looking at the
Mhm.
price, you know what I mean. You have to consider again. The places you're going to get the most auditions from are going to be voices.com and Voice 123.
Yeah.
You'll get the most auditions from those commercial wise, right? And stuff like that. But from a standpoint of pricing, I don't even know what VO Planet costs today.
No clue. No clue.
So yeah.
Yeah. Joy has a question. Okay, so so Joy, this is funny because I feel like you asked this question the other day just in a slightly different way. So it tells me there's still a bit of confusion here. So remember this was something that I covered in my class on Monday.
Mm,
Not this past Monday, but the previous one, and it really comes down to what is the end user application of your audio, right? So the question you're even asking is a little contradictory because you said in auditioning for audiobooks, should I send my sample raw or after I send it through my stack, right? So with audiobooks, you always want to reflect the final product that you would be creating. So it is through the stack. You want to have that audition look, sound exactly the way it's going to if it was the final because there are no producers
right.
involved in the completion of an audiobook. You are the producer. Yeah. Whereas in other areas like commercial, there's likely going to be a producer on the other end, in which case raw is sufficient. Yeah.
Very well
So
said. I
I
think
would
that's absolutely
go back and review that class from January 5th because I think it's going to help you a ton. And hey, that's one of the benefits if you're not already with VOJ right there is you get archives of
mhm.
all of the classes. And when you have specific questions about certain subjects, many times we can direct you to a particular class that
Yep.
covers the topic. Yeah.
No, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah. Good deal. Okay.
Yeah.
I think we have some really cool is we had some people here who were saying they've been
Yeah.
on Bodoggo. Someone Ben said he tried VO Planet for a year, didn't book
Mm-hmm.
anything. A couple people saying they've done way better on Bodoggo.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
So
that's there. I mean,
yeah.
so again, in the end, it's really up to you to try it out and to see, and plus here's some crazy things as well. I've liked different sites too because some sites are even easier to use than other sites. Like there's a
Mm-hmm.
variety of things,
Oh, there's so many.
you know what I mean? And they all have different meanings. Like for example, Academy Voices, right? There is a monthly fee unless you're in VOJ, which you get it free then. But the reality is that like there's auditions every single day, and it's only audiobooks at the moment, right? So we have
All
a
of
very
these sites,
specific, like we're very specific, and some of these
right?
sites are going to be specific.
All of these sites, though, or the majority of them, should have a free, like a 2-week trial period or some kind of trial phase. So start with that and get a feel for it and see, what you think. Like, look, I remember back in the day, when it was just Voice123 and voices.com, the biggest difference between those two platforms, Voice123 was much more commercial in nature, and voices.com, because its foundation from its previous inception was all corporate work and industrial work. I did miserably on voices because I'm not really a corporate voice actor,
Right,
and I did
right,
really well on voice 123. So
right.
yeah, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I mean, and the audience is just a big one. I noticed
Mm-hmm.
even with some of the free platforms, and let's be honest, but most of them are not free anymore,
No.
even though they disguise themselves
Yeah.
as free, like
Yeah.
Upwork. Upwork
Mm-hmm.
is not free.
No.
You can create a free account, but
Account.
you have to pay
Right.
upfront for connects and things in order to send proposals.
For
So
sure.
there's a price to that one. There's a price to basically all of them. I mean, Fiverr, there's not a price to sign up. Of course, you pay 20% on the back end, but that one's probably still the only one. But they also recommend you join their 49.98 a month,
Right.
coach thing. Well, it's not a coach, but they're like a guide that helps you, and that so I mean,
Oh,
which tends to be more expensive than voices.com or voice 123.
right.
So like
Right.
all these places, are doing it. But I say the proof's in the pudding. You know what I mean? If you
Yeah.
make money and you're making more, by the way, here's a little side note. I don't know how you feel about this. But I had someone the other day where my son started a small business. He sells clothing, and he's like, I just want to break even. And I'm like, why would you do all of this work just to break even?
Ah, what a
Right.
great point.
You know what I mean? Like that's because in early on, that's all like most of us want to do. I just want to make my money back, and I'm like, no, that's not. You should not want to put in all this work just to make your money back. That's a bad investment,
Mhm.
right? You want to invest money to make at least 3, 4, 5, 10 times how much money you
Yeah.
invested because you're going to be putting all that time in.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
just yeah. All right.
we're running short on time, speaking of which, but we do have a couple more questions that snuck in. So, Arthur, this is a fantastic question, and the answer is yes. We talk about this all the time. Most of the people inside of Avio's Journey Academy are actively seeking work. And so, yes, a
Yes.
big part of what we're doing is helping you to prepare, to strategize, to be ready to go after opportunities, all of those things.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
And BOJ, like I know I talk a lot about because I'm kind of in charge more of the audiobook wing and stuff where Gabby is, the commercial, the like this side of the academy, right? So we have people and then we have multiple coaches who do it all. And most, I do it all. Like even though I
Mhm.
do
Yeah,
audiobooks, I personally do pretty much all commercial work. So like, you know what I mean? But
right.
I've done like hundreds of audiobooks myself.
Yeah.
So like, yes, we can help with all of that. That's audiobooks is just one part. Commercials, but we probably do commercials and audio. Commercial work usually is typically the most lucrative
Mhm.
out of all of the
Yeah,
stuff that we do.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Um,
Let's see. Dylan.
Dylan, speaking of platforms, is it worth having a paid account on both Backstage and Voice 123? Yeah, they're owned by the same company. They are owned by the same company, but they are completely separate.
Yes.
There is no crossover between them, so it is two separate accounts. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
Let's see.
Good morning from Rochester. I have a question. I have a very low volume recording that I have to get loud fast, but the customer complains about the clipping. How can I make this work? Ooh, so there's a lot to unpack there. I mean, yeah, I mean, your gear plays a big part in this, obviously, and your interface and what was your input level when you recorded. Um, because if it's clipping, but it's not loud enough, something's very wrong.
Yeah, there's a variety of things
Yeah,
that could be happening. I know this sounds crazy, but you'd be surprised how many voice actors have their microphone backward,
yeah, yeah.
and they have to turn it up because they don't understand, or
Mhm,
they've hit the wrong input,
mhm.
and they're so like that there's not recording. Or but if you're having to turn up your microphone just to hear yourself loud enough and it's clipping, there would be a
Yeah.
variety of
Oh my
questions. Like I
gosh.
would need to work with you like
Yeah.
you'd need to work with an engineer personally.
Yeah. There's not a
With you.
unfortunately, not a quick,
Yeah.
solution to that.
We can
But I
help
mean,
you. I mean, if you
yeah, if
are
you
you
give us
in
more
Professor
details.
Tracy
Yeah.
in the VOJ?
Yeah. I don't know. Well, I don't know that.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not sure.
Well, if you are in VOJ, just message me or anyone. We can help you. I mean, we have a
Yeah,
whole group of people can help you there.
for sure. For sure.
Okay, so Dylan says, "Is VOJ looking to break into commercial casting?" So VOJ doesn't do. Do you mean Academy Voices?
Yeah,
Maybe that's what
VOJ
it
is a
is.
training arm. We don't deal, we don't have a casting entity other than Academy Voices, which is for audiobooks.
Interestingly enough,
Yeah.
Gabby, though these people,
Mm.
Gabby has spoken to me a few times about adding rosters. Right? We've talked
Yeah, we've talked about maybe
commercial
trying
rosters.
to partner with some talent agents and things of that nature. I mean, me personally, I've been there, done that on casting. I don't really have a desire to go back. But I don't know. We never know what the future might hold. Hard to
Yeah,
say.
yeah. No, that's absolutely right. And
Yeah.
I be tell you, since I run it, I am always open to everything. So like I'm golden.
Heck yeah.
I'm golden. So well you guys, thank you so much. Wonderful, really
Yeah.
wonderful classes. Wonderful, I said class. They were like
Might as well be.
wonderful question and answer session. We had a
Yeah.
lot of people
Thank you
this
so
session
much.
come see us. So thank you guys so much. You have a wonderful weekend. Oh, next week is Martin Luther King Day on Monday.
Right.
Right? So we will not be here. And then Tuesday will be Angela. So we'll be back on Wednesday. Is that
Yeah,
right?
that
Yeah.
is right.
Yeah. I will say this as we're leaving. I have found the longer I get into voiceover, but then maybe it doesn't count because when I was working, I had time off. But anyways, the more I get in
Mm.
voiceover, I'm like, I have to take time off when it comes in order to maintain my head.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
Heck
but when
yeah.
I was starting, I couldn't get enough of voiceover.
No.
So. All right, you guys. Thank you all so much.
Have
Have
a
a
great
wonderful. Oh yeah,
weekend.
we have that webinar tomorrow. Don't forget to
Oh,
sign up for
yeah.
that webinar if you haven't. I should put I'll put it if you're in VOJ or sign up for or if you go to VO's Journey and sign up just for the email list because there'll
Yep.
be another email that goes out today in a little while for that as well. We have a free webinar tomorrow with Nettie Rose
Yeah, it's gonna
on
be awesome.
taking care of your voice. So
Nettie is
important.
a wealth of knowledge. Oh my god.
Yeah,
You
she's
have to
pretty.
go.
She's
You
pretty
have to
intelligent.
go.
Yes, 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 yes. All right.
Yeah.
Bye. Webinar, not wiener. What in the world?
No wieners, just
No
webinars.
wieners, just
Yeah,
webinars.
just
All
webinars.
right. On that note, goodbye, everybody.